All right, so today we are going to start with the Biden campaign, which really launches tomorrow night. All right, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So President Biden will give a speech at the Montgomery Community College near Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, Friday evening. No time has been announced, but it's got to be in prime time, around 8 o'clock. We don't know who's going to take it live because nobody said, but I can almost guarantee that NBC, MSNBC, and CNN will take the speech live. News Nation, I don't know. I'll find out because I'm on News Nation tonight with Chris Cuomo at 8 o'clock, and I'll get some information there, but I don't know what they're going to do. Fox News probably will not take the entire speech. They dip in and out. That's what they say. Okay. Now, it doesn't really matter if anybody covers Biden's speech because we already know what he's going to say. We've already got a heads up that it's going to be Donald Trump is an insurrectionist, a traitor to America, who wants to impose fascism on this country. That is the entire Biden campaign. Yes, the president will tell you that his economic plan is great and that the border is secure. He's going to tell you all that. Nobody's going to believe it because, as we'll talk about later, food prices are up more than 20%. So you can go Bidenomics all day long, but that's the reality. And there are more than 10 million foreign nationals in the country under Biden. So he can say whatever he wants. Anybody who's lucid knows what the situation is. But as far as Trump is concerned, there are independent voters who don't like him, but may vote for him, Donald Trump, because Biden's so bad. So the Biden administration and the campaign run by Hollywood mogul Jeffrey Katzenberg has to demonize Trump to the extent that he's a traitor. If you vote for him, you're voting for Hitler. Okay? And so that's where it is right now. So you don't really need to listen to Joe Biden. If you want to, fine. But that's his campaign. Now, will it be effective? I don't know. I don't know whether demonizing Trump once again will work. It did work in 2020. Biden didn't win the election. Trump lost it. Now, January 6th is Saturday, and that's going to be a big theme of Biden's speech on Friday night, as we told you Tuesday. And the accusation is that Trump spurred an insurrection. He wanted to overthrow the U.S. government, that he wanted people to go into the Capitol and ransack it and threaten senators and congresspeople, that he wanted all this. This was his design. That is not true, based upon my investigation, which has been very thorough. I'm not going to play you two sound bites here, and you've probably heard them before. So everybody knew that there was going to be a mass demonstration in Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021. All right, everybody knew that 3 years ago, maybe 1 million people, at least hundreds of thousands, were going to pour into D.C. and say the election was rigged because that's what Donald Trump was saying. So that, fait accompli, everybody knew that was going to happen. Trump himself was a little bit worried. So he contacted the Defense Department on January 5th, 2021. Roll the tape. Donald Trump said, hey, on the 5th of January, I called the defense secretary and asked that he suggest that 10,000 guard troops be moved to Washington. And that's true. We confirm that. You know that's true, right?
Yeah, I was in the Oval Office when we had that conversation with the President of the United States and the Secretary of Defense. And not only was it 10,000, it was 10 to 20,000.
All right, that is Kash Patel, who is a liaison between the White House and the Defense Department, the Pentagon. That is absolutely true. Now, I don't care whether you believe it or not. Doesn't matter to me. My job is to report the truth. So Trump if he wanted an insurrection, if he wanted violence, why would he a day before call for the National Guard? Now, the National Guard didn't show up. They were put on alert at the president's behest. All right. But they didn't show up because Nancy Pelosi didn't ask for them. And she had to, because she, as Speaker of the House, is in charge of Capitol grounds. And D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said flat out, we don't want the National Guard here. So the Guard didn't show up. It's an arcane system, but the president could not overrule Nancy Pelosi. All right? Now, if he declared a national emergency, then Trump could have, but he didn't. The second soundbite is on the day, January 6, 2021, and Trump gave a speech. Go.
We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. Lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Okay, so that's what they call exculpatory evidence. Peacefully. Right? He's not telling anybody to break the law, commit treason, insurrection, or anything like that. And so he could not ever be convicted in a court of law of insurrection or anything like that. And that's why he hasn't been charged. That speech right there. Now, Donald Trump's frame of mind was this. He wanted millions of people to come to Washington to demonstrate on his behalf. Trump wanted that. He felt that might help him in the charges that the vote was fraudulent. So that's number one. He wanted the demonstration. He did not want violence or law breaking. And I can tell you that with 100% assurity because that hurt Trump. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.